and welcome to Finextra. I'm Hannah Wallace, and with me now is Michael Davison, Industry Principal for Financial Services at Atos UK and Ireland, and we're going to be talking about artificial intelligence within financial services. Hello Michael, thank you very much for inviting us to speak with you today.
It's a pleasure.
Now, firstly, to set the scene, could you tell me, how does Atos see artificial intelligence beginning to contribute to financial services?
Well, we're quite excited about the whole area of AI, as you know, and we see it impacting in a very pervasive way over time in three principal areas, and they're quite broad. The first one is the whole area of customer interface, customer processes, customer experience. Secondly, in the whole area of middle office and to a degree back office operations, where we can use robotics to automate processes. And thirdly, in the whole area of fraud prevention and loss reduction. So those three things together are a pretty broad waterfront, and that's what we're excited about.
All right, and would you say there's still quite a long way to go, though, in terms of implementing artificial intelligence?
Any technology with such promise and such breadth and depth is going to require the whole industry to sort of tool up and understand how to do it. There's still a long way to go. We launched our own artificial intelligence for financial services platform in May, actually at your own Next Gen Banking conference, which was received very well. And since then, we've just been deluged with feedback from banks and markets organizations hungry for knowledge. They say, we really want to do this, but we don't necessarily understand the component technologies that sit under that AI umbrella. Banks historically, and to an extent markets organisations, are very proud. They want to do it themselves. But we've discovered, together with that hunger, you have a dearth of skills available. So if you don't have the skills, that slows down the advocacy of the business and their understanding. So that's why there's a long way to go.
What are some of the impacts of these challenges that banks are facing with artificial intelligence?
Well, I would say it reminds me a little bit of a couple of years ago when people were getting to grips with predictive analytics and trying to roll those programs out. The prior task is to understand, then to conceive, and then to pilot, and then to move. We're starting to move through the understanding into the advocacy part. Some of the issues that they have, therefore, are how can I learn faster? How can I pull together the skills that I need, which are not, they are a mixture of commercial, technical, and data science, in order to create something which works, and then start to prove that out in a business. That's the challenge they face.
Fantastic, and what I'd love to hear more about is where Atos comes in and how you're helping and getting involved.
Sure, okay. Atos has tooled up in terms of its skills. We have an enormous analytics platform, which we call Codex, which is available to work industrial strength AI and analytics upon. And we only earlier this year we created our AI suite and brought that to market. So we've got that. On top of that, we partner with Microsoft and Dell EMC in terms of Azure AI platform, and also Dell EMC high performance appliances, those kinds of things, which are suited for different sorts of workloads. A few months ago also, Atos did a strategic partnership with Google, and in fact right where we are, next door to where we're filming this, we have our own Google Cloud and Atos AI Lab, where our customers are being brought in to go through that accelerated learning process and learn how to do it and take it away and do it for real. That's what we're doing. So it's a combination of market outreach, use case development, and partnerships, and that's quite a heady mix.
All right, and finally looking forward to the future then.
Yeah.
How do you see the artificial intelligence market evolving and growing?
Okay, well the first thing to say is AI isn't new. It's been around for a long time. Firstly thought up in the 1950s. It's taken a while to get to this. The two things which have enabled this to be brought, in a sense, to scale are firstly the advent of truly high performance computing, which can interrogate massive data sets much more quickly, and that helps in machine learning. And secondly, the whole range of, I'd call them cognitive technologies in terms of understanding sentiment, audio, visual, all these kinds of things and images. Those things combined enable the whole thing to be brought to life in terms of front-end processes, as I said earlier, through robotics and then through fraud prevention and indeed cybersecurity. So we think that it's going to take a while. We think that the fraud and security front is absolutely going to grow very quickly. In fact, we're just going to market shortly with the prescriptive security, which includes AI with it. We think that robotics process automation is going to be pervasive throughout the middle offices of banking and markets. And we think that the front-end work with those other cognitive technologies will be a steady progress, a steady march. And in the end, it will just become normal.
Certainly some exciting developments there. Michael, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.